Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by. My name is Jim Falk and I'm with trailgear.org. Today I'm going to show you how to take a standard wool blanket and turn it into a mummy style sleeping bag, and also how you can use it as an overbag for hammocks. Basically what you want to make is I think these are called coat rings. These were used by Celtics many moons ago, so to speak. And basically what it is a round piece of steel with a pin. You make these out of clothes hanger wire, or my favorite is go to Home Depot and pick up these bands of wire which are used for hanging suspended ceilings. These work the best. Very pliable, and you can bend them easily into shapes. And they also offer some spring to it. I suggest making them in a diameter so they're about, I'd say, 1 3/4 to 2 inches across. And the pin is made out of the same wire. You bend over an end and have it long. It's a good idea to file down the ends a little bit so they're a little bit of a point to make it easier to puncture through the wool blanket. The pin, you want the bent piece to extend halfway through the coat ring, and the other end to extend almost the distance of the span of your coat ring. So the bent part goes to halfway into the coat ring, and the other end extends out about the same distance as the span of the coat ring. Now, what I'll do is show you how this works in putting your wool blanket together. Take your wool blanket and you overlap it like so. Take your coat ring. Here's the end, as you can see. Put it like so. Puncture through both layers. And then puncture through the other side. And then what I like to do is, here's why you bend this piece over. Flip it over, and then take this side and puncture through, and then also puncture the bottom so that it locks into place. What I like to do, this is an option, but where you've overlapped the two ends of the wire, I like to spread it and put it halfway over so it pinches on the pin and helps secure it in place. If you really want to make sure this thing stays in place, on the back side where it's the bent piece of the pin, take it and kind of push it together. That way it'll create a little pinch over on this side. So that is your coat ring, and you put a series of these down the overlap section of your wool blanket, and next I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, here's the finished mummy bag with a series of coat rings run up the middle where the two halves overlap. I have 7 coat rings in this example. At the foot, you can see where I've overlapped the pin, and there's 7 of them down where the two halves overlap. At the top end, I don't run a coat pin all the way up to the end because you need room for your shoulders to move around. And basically how you get inside this thing is you put it on like a pair of pants. You basically stand it up on end, slide your feet in, shimmy your body in, lay down, and then pull it up over the rest of your body. There's no zipper or anything to open up, so you have to enter it that way. So treat it like a tube, and then slide in it like you're putting on a pair of pants. Here I'm showing you an example of using the wool blanket as an overbag for your hammock. Basically run your hammock up through the middle of the wool sleeping bag, and then what you'll do is you'll hang the hammock between two trees from the binder clips. Here's the foot end, here's the head end, and then what you'll do to get in it is you'll scrunch the wool blanket all the way down to the foot end, get in the hammock, lay down, and then pull the wool blanket over you so that it becomes an overbag, which will cover you and the hammock, keeping you nice and toasty. Here's a tip. At the foot end, you'll want to possibly readjust the bottom 2 or 3 coat rings so that your foot area comes at a V, because in a hammock when you sleep, your foot end will be smaller across than the head end. So you want to compensate that by adjusting your coat rings to make it more of a V. And then the last coat ring, you'll want to take a piece of cordage and loop it through the ring and then extend it out to your binder clip, which is hanging at the tree. This will stop the wool blanket from sliding down on you while you're sleeping at night. So this is the setup I use for using the wool blanket as a mummy style sleeping bag as an overbag for my hammock. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by.